So, BBC. Let's talk about BBC Breakfast, shall we? This is going to be a good one.
The Opinion Corner.
Hello there, Babs and Babettes, and welcome back to the Samuel Brunel Elliott channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like the video. If you don't. Also, look in the description below. You'll find the Facebook page, the official channel's Facebook page, where you can find updates, different topics I might be covering, videos in the works, projects, that type of thing. So go like that if you want to, and if you don't. But I wanted to get all that out of the way, because yesterday there was a bit of a kerfuffle on BBC Breakfast. So, I mean, I'm just going to let you watch the video first. Just take a look at this. We pay for this. We have to, sort of legally. You can get out of it, but a lot of people think, yeah. Anyway, we pay. Just take a look.
Robert Jenrick, thank you. I think your flag is not up to standard size government interview measurements. I think it's just a little bit small, but that's your department, really. It's just a thought.
The picture of the Queen.
You'll be aware that every time we've seen it every day, haven't we? It's a stock.
Always a flag
thing, isn't it?
Always a flag. They have the picture of the Queen there as well, though, in the Westminster office, I'm assuming.
So, what do you make of that then? So they've literally got a government body in for an interview, and because he has the flag and a picture of the Queen, which is the sovereign head of state, they decide to make a joke of it and then say, "Oh, have you noticed? There's always a flag. It's always a flag." Yes. What? I know it might not be the flag that you would want. Okay. Good. I don't know. Would you prefer it to be an EU flag? I don't know. But regardless of your political opinions, you are supposed to be unbiased. So I'm sorry, but the Union Jack is the nation's flag. And that's that. And there is nothing wrong with flying or having the flag in a, as she said at the end, must be in a Westminster office. It's in a Westminster office, which is the government of the United Kingdom. Voted in. So please explain to me, BBC, how you're still trying to push the penny that you are unbiased. Because all of this is my own personal opinion. Sorry, I was meant to say that at the beginning. Just in case, you know, I don't want to knock at the door. But I'm sorry, no. You don't get to do that. You're meant to be unbiased. You're meant to just be giving an interview with a government representative. And that should be that. Just a plain interview. Not showing bias on whichever way. So when you start laughing, and if you notice her facial expressions, and that's something that really... they can't get it. I'm sorry, you can't get away with this, really. The facial expressions explain absolutely everything. She goes, always a flag. Like that. Always a flag. And? Oh, and there's a picture of the Queen there as well. Yes! There is! Because she's the sovereign head of state of the country. That's why I've got this up, folks. That's why I've done this. I've got my Union Jack here, and I've got that picture of the Queen there, and I know you can't see it, but I've got King George VI next to her. And I don't care, you can laugh at me, because I'm just sat here ranting. I'm just sat on YouTube giving my personal opinion on this matter. But you can't broadcast it to a nation when you keep trying to take their money and keep trying to put legal obstacles in the way to ensure that they pay. So, Babs and Babettes, I felt so strongly about this matter that I actually made my first ever complaint to a company. I've never done it. I'm not going to give my age out, but in the amount of years I've never done it. But I felt so strongly on this one, I felt I had to. Now, I'm not going to read out the whole thing. It is quite a long one. I'll just read out snippets, little bits and bobs here and there. So after a couple of paragraphs, I put, unfortunately, due to the BBC conduct over the last few years and evidence against the BBC, I find myself unable to support the BBC. Most are seeing through it, and I think that unless the BBC does major turnaround in the conduct and manner of which the organisation conducts itself, I fear that the future of the BBC, for the future of the BBC, and more people are now waking up to this fact. I have also said a response would be great, but you do not have to if you do not wish to. I realise the presenter in question has said her likes on Twitter do not reflect her or the BBC views. Now, the tweet that I'm discussing is actually, I'm going to have it on the screen, somewhere on the screen. I'm not sure where. I'll do it in editing, but yeah. Basically, she liked a tweet explaining flag. I don't want to say the other word. I tried to keep this channel free of swears because I think it's important to, I just don't do swearing on my channel. So this tweet says flag, flag, how do I put it in a, flag rumpy pumpiers. She liked it on Twitter, didn't she? And then she got told to remove it, to which she put this statement up. And now I'm going to have to try and read it even though it's on the screen and I can't see it because I'm going to do it in editing. It's going to be awkward. Hold on. So after unliking the tweet and basically she obviously was told to do this because it was at 7:28 p.m. So she was obviously informed that she had to put an apology out by the BBC. Damage is already done, BBC. Sorry. So she put, I liked tweets today that were offences in nature about the use of the British flag as a backdrop in the government interview this morning. I have since removed these likes. This does not represent the views of me or the BBC. I apologise for any offence. Naga Munchetti. That's all well and good that you did that when you were told, but why do it in the first place if that is the case? You can tell everything by the facial expressions. You even hear in the video, you hear a man in the background doing this. Now, if you can't, just so you get it, I'm just going to play it a couple more times on repeat, just so it's clear that there were actually people in the background reacting. And I just quite like it, actually. I find it quite humorous. So when I first heard that, first of all, that's something that I do. So, I do that all the time if I'm in a situation. I always go, ooh. But the first thing that got to my head was this guy. So obviously that was the late and great Kenneth Williams in Carry On Camping. Bless all of the Carry On crew, and Barbara Windsor, who sadly passed away recently. Slightly off topic. I will have to do a history video regarding the Carry On films. That's something I can do. But I will get the Meghan Markle interview done first, and then King George VI. I'm putting too much on my plate there. Don't take me doing a Carry On thing soon, because that's probably going to be in the future. Anyway, back on track. So, frankly, I find this sort of thing very telling. That's why I've said that this is my personal opinion again. If you don't agree with it, that's absolutely fine. But my personal take is the BBC are stuck in their own little bubble, and their conduct is just appalling. That you're not non-biased. Stop claiming you are unbiased. You are not. Okay? You're not unbiased. Right? And even if you have a political bias, you don't put it into your broadcasts. You keep it to yourself. The professional way to do it. If you're going to claim you're unbiased, just ensure your presenters stick to an interview, do the interview, done. Stick to facts and representation, everything. I remember back in the 90s, Trevor McDonald, he was fantastic. He really was. I used to watch him quite often when I was growing up. So, no, I don't think he always gave an unbiased opinion in my recollection. So, I don't know. Like, this is just totally disrespectful. And again, this coming from my own point of view. It's disrespectful. You don't do it. You're disrespecting not just the flag, you're disrespecting the sovereign and monarch, and to be honest, come laugh at me. I've got a flagpole in the garden with a Union Jack. I've got Union Jack bunting that's in every one of my videos. I've got spare flags just in case that one falls down again. And I've got a picture of Queen Elizabeth here that's usually downstairs in hung up with a couple of other pictures that you have, including a portrait of her father, King George VI. And I've also got King George VI on my desk as well. I honestly don't get it. Like, fine if you don't like it, or if you don't agree, or well, that's absolutely fine. We can debate, we can chat. But doing this snidey, laughing, disrespectful tone, it's just not right. And when she did eventually unlike that tweet, and pull up that post, it was because she was told to. Why did she like it in the first place, if that's the case? That's what I would say. I would also like to make the note that if I don't go on Twitter, or I'm not on Twitter. I think I did set up an account years ago, but it was very old. I never posted it. I never went online. It's just, for me, Twitter is just meh, really. That's my opinion on Twitter. I won't go into that. That's another video. But I don't go on there. If you're gonna make comments such as that, fine if that's your opinion. I certainly wouldn't say things like that regardless of political opinion. You can have an intellectual debate and chat about these things. But just to state, oh, flag rumpy pumpiers. Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I might as well be one of them. But that is my opinion, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, don't like it. Facebook description, Facebook link in the description below is what I meant. Go like it. Like the Facebook page if you want to. If you don't. I don't mind. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And if anything more comes out in this regard, I'll let you know. Personal opinion, I'm glad I made the complaint, don't regret it, and I think it's time that this sort of stuff is caught up on and it's actually called out, which is why I've made this video. Okay, folks, well, Babs and Babettes, I shall see you later. Keep calm, carry on, stay positive, and I shall see you in the next video. Tatty tatty bye. Toodaloo.